Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My toilet's clogged right now and it fucking stinks. Yeah, it's really bad. I need to buy some bleach and a plunger or some shit. It's literally filled. It's filled with turds right now. But that's besides the point. Hope you're having a good day today, by the way. Today, I'm going to be actually talking about a video that I watched a few days ago by one of my favorite YouTubers, if you could even call him that. Yeah, I guess you would call him a YouTuber, but First Man, a guy that some of you in the male self-improvement, anti-establishment sphere, you might have heard of him. His main talking point is that men should avoid it's stuff like 27 is the most dangerous age for men. Avoid spending lump sums on shit that doesn't give you any return, really, like marriage, wedding rings, weddings, cars you can't afford, mortgages. Don't over leverage yourself, amongst other shit. And his main point is the male advantage, the idea that men peak later than women, which is a pretty common belief with men in this industry, which I actually, provided you do the work, I very much agree with and really kind of hope for as well. But basically, he put out this video the other day that was called "Killing Your Ego Makes You Invincible." Now, looking back on my life, there have certainly been times that ego has been to my detriment. Amongst a wide variety of these times, I would say the one that really jumps out at me is when I met somebody for the first time, and it's pretty normal to want to put your best side across when you're meeting a cool person, but with me, this would go to a whole different level. Like when I'd meet somebody for the first time and they were cool, I could convey this really confident, charismatic person one time. Like I could make a great first impression and people would say, this guy's really high energy. This guy's this, he's that, blah, blah. But then amongst seeing these people again, I would get intense social phobia because I felt as though I had to live up to this character that I didn't feel like all the time. I don't always feel like this really confident dude, far from it. It's pretty much a once in a blue moon kind of thing, really. And it was really negatively affecting me. I was thinking, oh yeah, all of a sudden I had something to lose. This person thought I was so cool and now I'm about to fuck it up. Because my ego's involved. And for the last few days, after internalizing this advice by First Man, he actually speaks on this shit in the video. He says that you see these short, balding, ugly guys that have a load of confidence, whereas you see these really tall, handsome guys that are shit scared to talk to women, and it's because their two paradigms are completely different. If the handsome guy goes over and talks to this woman and he fucks it up, he is all of a sudden the guy who's got some weird shit with his personality and he fucked it up. He's a loser. Whereas these short, ugly, bold guys, they can't really fall any further. They know where they stand. So oftentimes a lot of these guys have a degree of confidence because their ego is none, zilch. Obviously, there's some short, bald, ugly guys that have no confidence. I'm not trying to poke fun at them, but it's true. But this is the thing. Ego is very much, in many avenues of life, it is the enemy. And for the last few days, when I've been going to jiu-jitsu, instead of being this character, this really extroverted guy who's shaking hands and doing all this shit, I've just been going to jiu-jitsu and just been finding my center, speaking with people and just saying, hello mate, how are you? How are you, mate? You all good? All this shit. And people at jiu-jitsu have really been so cool to me because of that. Like, they can recognize that there's no front that I'm presenting. The person that I'm presenting is totally genuine. And this is how I think I'm going to be going forward, because it really did. I felt as though I was set free, to be honest. Like, I didn't have anything to worry about, and that was so good. Like, being humble. When you're humble, you can't really fall much further. And again, another example yesterday, I was riding around on the scooter, and I was taking a left turn at a stop sign, and this guy was going, like, he was on the side of, he was going forwards, and I took a left turn once I recognized there was enough space between me and him, and he was some hipster little fag, some little white boy. And he looked at me like I was some idiot. And I kind of said, fuck off, man. Like, don't look at me like that, whatever. And then, this guy was so prissy as well. He fucking rides down the road, and I pull out, whatever. And I didn't even say it loud enough for him to hear. I just kind of said it to myself. And then, as he's driving, he basically, now that I'm behind him, in the most feminine way I've ever seen in my life, he flicks his finger like that for like 1 second. And I couldn't even describe how prissy, like how much of a Nancy boy he looked when he was doing this shit. He did it like a chick. He really did. I'm not just saying that for the story, but he really did. And he had this faggy little zebra pattern, it looked like, you know, like a gym bag you'd wear in PE in school. Like, had like a little strap and shit, but it had a zebra pattern. And I looked at him, and I was riding past. And a lot of guys, if someone puts a middle finger up to you, would feel compelled to, oh, I can't take that. That guy gave me the middle finger. Oh, now I've got to tell him to shut the fuck up or some shit. I looked at this guy. I looked at how much of a Nancy boy he is. I looked at his faggy zebra fucking bag and the prissy way he flicked the finger and probably thought he was so cool. And I thought, you know what? I cannot even be asked to deal with a faggot like this today. And I was riding on the... I overtook him on the right-hand side, and he was looking at me expecting like probably... I'm not even just trying to say this, but he was probably anxious that what he'd just done is going to come around to bite him. And literally, I just didn't even look in his direction, just kept on riding. And that was it. And it felt good doing that, to be honest. You should avoid, they say it in the 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene, avoid the unfortunate and the unhappy. If I see a little faggot like this behaving like that, and they just do some fucking gay shit, like, you got to pay these cunts no mind, because they're literally, like, these cunts are the closest thing to worthless, in my opinion. Like, we're on holiday in Koh Phangan, and you're moving like a Nancy boy. A Nancy boy. But anyway, that's by the by. This is, I really want to take this going forward. There are times when ego is really valuable. If you believe that you should get the finest vagina, the finest vaginas, and you're willing to do the work to get them, then ego's a good thing. If you think that you should be the guy to lift 200 kilos on the bench, then ego's a good thing. But in situations with which are, gonna just cause a load of fucking drama, then there's times you got to put the ego on the back burner, eh? Yeah, I know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Thanks, guys.